So now let's learn how to determine the length of a string in PHP. The string strlen function returns the length of a string. So PHP has provided us with an inbuilt function called strlen, which will return us the length of a string. So syntax is very easy. Just we have to make use of this function, and it will take one argument called a string, called string. Okay, and it will take one argument as a string. Okay, so the syntax is quite straightforward. Let's look at the example. See, I have used this function and passed a string called hello. Now the length of this string, as we know, is 5. See, 1, H will 1, E means 2, L means 3. We have one more L, 4. It's the fourth character, and O is the fifth character. So the length of the string is 5. So it will just echo out 5. I have just echoed out the string length. Okay, so let's see this practically. PHP tags, and now I'll just echo out. I'll use this function strlen, and inside the function I will pass a string. Let's say hello for now. So it should give us 5 because we all know the length of a string here. In this case, it is 5. Okay, let's see. I'll just run this. Okay, so let's reload this page. Okay, so 5 has been printed. Let's say if I change to hello world, let's say I give out a space and now I say hello world. So what it should give us, the 5 length of the word hello is 5, as we know. Then space, even space will be counted. So the space will be 6. Then the word W is 7th, O is 8th, R is ninth, L is 10th, and D is 11th. So the string of so the length of this string is 11. Okay, let's see. I'll just save it and we'll run this. Okay, so 11 has been printed. So even it counts the space. Okay, it will count the spacing as well. So this is a very easy function. It will just return as the length of a string. Okay. Now let's move to now let's learn how to compare two strings. Now the strcmp function compares two strings. So even PHP has provided an inbuilt function for this as well. So the function name is strcmp. The strcmp function is binary safe and case sensitive. It is important to note here, case sensitive. So I'll just show you all these things practically. Syntax is very easy. Just use this function and it will take two parameters, the first string and the second string, because we have to compare, right? So we have to use two strings. Then only it would compare. This function returns. Now this will return three things. Either 0. If the two strings are equal, it will return 0. If string 1 is less than string 2, then it will return less than 0, means the value will be less than 0. Now, how much value it would be? So, it will just subtract the length of the first string minus length of the second string. And if the string 2 is greater, so that means the result will be a negative number. So it will just print out that negative number. And if string 1 is greater than string 2, so it will just subtract string 1 and string 2, and then the result will be printed onto the screen. Okay, so let's look at an example. Okay, I have taken two examples here. See, first I have given string strcmp, and then two strings hello hello. Now here I have given two strings, but this is the first letter is in uppercase, and here the first letter is in lowercase. Means the casing of the words are different. Okay, so and we already know that this function is case sensitive. So let's see what output it will give. Okay, I'll just go to IDE. Okay, and here just I'll say echo strcmp, and inside we will pass two strings. Let's first say hello, then hello. Okay. For now, let's keep it simple. So in this case, it will output 0 because two strings are equal. I'll just reload this. Okay, so 0. Okay, now let's see what happens if I change the case of this one. I will just make it lowercase e. Let's keep it uppercase. Okay, so the case is not matching, right? So let's see what output it gives for this one. I'll just reload this and minus. Okay, so the main conclusion here is it is case sensitive. Okay, so the casing matters a lot. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, now forget this. I'll just write here hello and word. So now here what is happening is string 1 is less than string 2, as we all know from okay, here only we can identify. So the length of this word is 5, and the length of this string, it is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So now string 2 is greater than string 1, so it will just say 5 minus 11. So minus 6 will be printed onto the screen. Let's see. Okay, so minus 6 has been printed onto the screen. Why minus 6? Because the length of this string is 5 and length of this string is 11. So it will just return 5 minus 11. Okay, so if I just say, let's keep this as hello. Okay, and I'll just say this as hello world. So now string 1 is greater than string 2, so it will just return 11 minus 5. So it will give out 6. Let's see. So 6 has been printed onto the screen. So it will just give out the result. It will subtract and it will give out the length. So this is how string strcmp function works. It is used to compare two strings. So this was all about in today's video. Thank you.